You are watching Yo-Yo Life.
Hi, we are going to talk about sea creatures today. Let's go!
Anemone. Anemone. Anemones are beautiful, colorful flowers that grow in gardens and underwater in the ocean. Some anemones have long, waving tentacles like octopus arms. They use these tentacles to catch small fish and creatures that swim by. But be careful, because some anemones have a sting that can hurt if you touch them. So, it's best to admire them from a safe distance and enjoy their vibrant colors. Angelfish. Angelfish. Angelfish are like the superheroes of the underwater world. They have amazing, colorful outfits with stripes and patterns that help them hide from bigger fish. They're also really good swimmers and can dart through the water quickly. But they're not just fast, they're friendly too. Angelfish like to hang out with other fish and explore the coral reefs where they live. They're like the cool kids of the sea. Blue whale. Blue whale. Blue whales are the biggest animals on Earth, even bigger than the biggest dinosaurs. They live in the ocean and have a dark blue-gray color. They eat tiny creatures called krill by taking big gulps of water and then using their huge tongues to push the water out, leaving the krill behind to eat. Blue whales are super gentle and peaceful, and their hearts are as big as a small car. They make really loud, deep sounds called songs that can be heard for miles in the ocean. These magnificent creatures are like the gentle giants of the sea. Clam. Clam. Clams are like the ocean's secret keepers. They have hard shells that protect them like a suit of armor. Clams like to bury themselves in the sandy or muddy ocean floor and stay hidden. They don't move around much. They eat by filtering tiny bits of food from the water with their special filters. So, clams are like the quiet, hidden treasures of the sea. Clownfish. Clownfish. Clownfish are like the funny characters of the ocean. They're small and brightly colored with orange, white, and black stripes, like a clown's costume. They live inside sea anemones, which are like their homes, and they're not scared of the anemone's stinging tentacles because they have a special protective slime. Clownfish are great friends with sea anemones and help keep them clean, while the anemones protect the clownfish from bigger fish. They are like the happiest and most colorful buddies in the underwater neighborhood. Coral. Coral. Coral is like the underwater cities where many sea creatures live. It may look like colorful rocks, but it's actually made by tiny animals called polyps. These polyps build hard structures over a long, long time. Coral comes in different shapes and colors, like a magical underwater garden. Many fish and other ocean friends call coral their home, so it's like a bustling neighborhood under the sea. Crab. Crab. Crabs are like the funny, sideways walking clowns of the beach. They have hard shells that protect their bodies. They use their big, strong claws for many things, like digging in the sand, finding food, and even defending themselves. Crabs love to scuttle around on the shore and hide in little holes they dig. They're like the busy little creatures that make the beach so interesting. Dolphin. Dolphin. Dolphins are like the playful acrobats of the sea. They are smart and friendly creatures that swim in groups called pods. Dolphins can leap out of the water and do flips, and they love riding the waves made by boats. They use a special language of clicks and whistles to talk to each other. Dolphins are known for their big smiles, and they're always ready for an underwater adventure. Electric eel. Electric eel. Electric eels are like real-life superheroes of the water. They're not actually eels but a type of fish. What's incredible about them is that they can make electricity. They use this superpower to zap their prey or scare away predators. It's like they have their very own electric magic to stay safe and catch food in the rivers of South America. But don't worry, they don't use their power on people. Flounder. Flounder. Flounders are like the masters of disguise in the ocean. They have flat bodies and can change their color to match the seafloor. They like to hide in the sand and wait for tasty snacks to swim by. What's really fun is that they have both their eyes on one side of their body, like a fishy pancake. Flounders are experts at blending in and surprising their underwater friends. Garden eel. Garden eel. Garden eels are like the shy, wiggly flowers of the sea. They live in colonies in the sandy ocean floor. These little eels poke their heads out of the sand and sway with the current, looking like a blooming garden. They're quite timid and quickly disappear into their burrows if they sense danger. Garden eels are like the underwater meadow dancers, adding beauty to the ocean floor. Hermit crab. Hermit crab. Hermit crabs are like the tiny adventurers of the beach. They have soft bodies, so they find empty seashells to wear as their homes. As they grow, they need to find bigger shells, which is like getting a new house. Hermit crabs scuttle around, exploring the shore, and they use their big claws to protect themselves and find food. They're like the little beach explorers, always on the lookout for the perfect seashell home. Jellyfish. Jellyfish. Jellyfish are like graceful, floating umbrellas in the ocean. They're made of a jelly-like substance and have long, trailing tentacles. Some jellyfish can sting if you touch them, so it's best to admire them from a safe distance. They move by gently pulsing their umbrella-shaped bodies and can come in many beautiful colors and shapes. Jellyfish are like the underwater dancers of the sea, adding a touch of magic to the ocean world. Killer whale. Killer whale. Killer whales, also known as orcas, are like the powerful superheroes of the sea. They're big, black and white dolphins with sharp teeth. Orcas are super smart and work together in groups called pods to hunt for fish and sometimes even seals. They're known for their impressive jumps and splashes, and they're very friendly to each other in their close-knit families. So, killer whales are like the awesome ocean champions. Leafy sea dragon. Leafy sea dragon. Leafy sea dragons are like the magical creatures of the underwater forest. They look like floating leaves with tiny fins, which helps them blend in with seaweed and kelp. These gentle sea dragons use their leafy appearance to hide from predators. They don't move much and let the ocean currents carry them, making them seem like part of the underwater scenery. Leafy sea dragons are like the hidden treasures of the sea, waiting to be discovered. Lionfish. Lionfish. Lionfish are like the colorful but prickly characters of the ocean. They have beautiful, striped bodies with long, feathery fins that look like a lion's mane, which is how they got their name. But watch out! They have venomous spines on their fins that can sting if you touch them. Lionfish use their spines to catch small fish and other snacks. They're like the striking showstoppers of the underwater world. Lobster. Lobster. Lobsters are like the underwater chefs with big, strong claws. They have hard shells to protect their bodies, and they live on the ocean floor. Lobsters are great at finding delicious food like fish and crabs. Sometimes, they even have a special treat, like a blue or orange friend. When lobsters grow too big for their shells, they shed them and get a new, larger one, just like changing clothes. So, lobsters are like the tough, fancy chefs of the sea. Manatee. Manatee. Manatees are like gentle giants of the water. They're big, round, and friendly with wrinkled skin. Manatees love to swim slowly in warm, shallow waters and eat plants like seagrass. They're very peaceful and even like a gentle hug from a friend. Sometimes, people call them sea cows because they're calm and eat a lot, just like cows on land. Manatees are like the sweet, slow-paced friends of the sea. Moray eel. Moray eel. Moray eels are like the mysterious tunnel explorers of the ocean. They have long, snake-like bodies and sharp teeth. Moray eels hide in rocky crevices and coral reefs, peeking out with their heads to catch passing fish and snacks. They're shy but can be quite curious and might open their mouths wide to show their sharp teeth, but that's mostly to breathe, not to be scary. Moray eels are like the underwater detectives, always on the lookout for their next meal. Octopus. Octopus. Octopuses are like the clever, eight-armed magicians of the sea. They have soft bodies and can change color and texture to blend in with their surroundings. Octopuses are super smart and can even solve puzzles. They use their long tentacles to catch prey like crabs and fish, and sometimes they hide in cozy dens. Octopuses are like the crafty, mysterious creatures of the ocean. Pufferfish. Pufferfish. Pufferfish are like the balloon animals of the sea. They have soft bodies covered in spines and can puff up into a round shape to scare away predators. Some pufferfish have really colorful patterns, like they're dressed up for a party. But be careful, some of them have a poison that can make them a bit dangerous to eat. So, pufferfish are like the cute and puffy characters of the underwater world. Ray. Ray. Rays are like the gentle, flat skateboards of the ocean. They have flat bodies shaped like pancakes and often have a long, skinny tail. Rays like to glide gracefully through the water, sometimes flapping their wide, wing-like fins. They're usually very friendly and enjoy hanging out on the sandy ocean floor, where they use their special sensors to find tasty clams and crabs buried in the sand. So, rays are like the peaceful, ocean floor skaters. Regal tang. Regal tang. Regal tangs are like the colorful royalty of the coral reef. They have bright blue bodies with bold black stripes and a yellow tail fin. These fish are excellent swimmers and love to dart around coral reefs in the ocean. They are quite popular among underwater creatures, but they can be a bit shy. Regal tangs are like the dazzling jewels of the sea, adding a burst of color to the coral kingdom. Sea cucumber. Sea cucumber. Sea cucumbers are like the gentle cleaners of the ocean floor. They have soft, tube-shaped bodies that come in various colors. These ocean creatures move slowly, using tiny tube feet on their undersides. Sea cucumbers eat tiny bits of food and help keep the ocean clean by recycling sand and other debris. They're like the little vacuum cleaners of the sea, quietly doing their part to keep the underwater world tidy. Seahorse. Seahorse. Seahorses are like the magical, underwater horses of the sea. They have curved bodies and a head that looks like a horse's head, but they're tiny. Seahorses hold on to things with their curly tails, like seagrass or coral, because they're not very strong swimmers. It's the daddy seahorses who get pregnant and carry the baby seahorses in a special pouch until they're born. They're like the enchanting, miniature creatures of the ocean. Sea turtle. Sea turtle. Sea turtles are like the ancient mariners of the ocean. They have hard shells that protect them, like a suit of armor. These amazing creatures swim through the ocean and sometimes come to land to lay their eggs in the sand. They're great at traveling long distances, and they can live for a very long time. Sea turtles are like the wise, ocean travelers who've been exploring the seas for millions of years. Salmon. Salmon. Salmon are like the amazing travelers of the river and ocean. They start their lives in rivers, then swim all the way to the ocean. When it's time to have babies, they swim back to the same river where they were born, jumping over waterfalls and obstacles along the way. Salmon are famous for their delicious pink flesh that people like to eat, but they're also important. Tiger shark. Tiger shark. Tiger sharks are like the powerful hunters of the sea. They have dark stripes on their bodies, like a tiger's stripes, which is how they got their name. These sharks are big and have sharp teeth for catching their prey. They're known for eating almost anything they find in the ocean, even things like tires or license plates. Tiger sharks are like the top predators of the underwater world, but they're also a bit mysterious and like to explore the deep blue sea. Urchin. Urchin. Sea urchins are like the spiky hedgehogs of the ocean. They have hard, round bodies covered in sharp spines. These creatures live on the ocean floor and use their spines for protection. Some sea urchins also like to eat seaweed and algae. They're like the prickly guardians of the underwater world, adding a bit of mystery to the ocean floor. Whale shark. Whale shark. Whale sharks are like the gentle giants of the sea. They are the biggest fish in the ocean and have beautiful spots on their skin. Despite their size, they are friendly and peaceful, swimming slowly and calmly through the water. Whale sharks eat tiny creatures from the ocean, and they're like the ocean's filter feeders, helping keep the sea clean and healthy. X-ray tetra. X-ray tetra. X-ray tetras are like the see-through superheroes of the fish world. Their bodies are transparent, and you can sometimes see their bones and organs, like an X-ray. These tiny fish are known for their shiny silver color and a little red stripe on their sides that makes them look like they have a secret signal. X-ray tetras are friendly and like to swim in groups, and they're like the invisible detectives of the aquarium, always exploring and showing off their cool looks. Yellow tang. Yellow tang. Yellow tangs are like the bright sunbeams of the coral reef. They have striking yellow bodies and round shapes, making them easy to spot among the colorful coral. These fish love to swim in clear, warm waters and feed on algae. Yellow tangs are known for their friendly behavior and are often found in groups, adding a burst of sunshine to the underwater world.
This is the end of Sea Creatures introduction. Thank you for watching, and please do not forget to like and subscribe our channel. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.